Okay, Jenny. I don't really know how to start this, but I was visiting my boyfriend and his family on a Sunday, and we kind of lost track of time, so it was already like 9:30 or so. So I was like, oh man, I need to go, because I told my mom I was going to be home at 9:30. And so we got in the car, and he turned on the radio, and he was like, you want to listen to this new Bad Bunny song? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I was looking straight at him. I didn't see anything. Like, we were talking, having a conversation. I was just looking at him. And then all of a sudden, my boyfriend turned around, like, facing me. And I thought he was looking at me, but he was actually looking at the window behind me. And he was like, oh, shit. And he sped up really fast. And I just heard a really loud pop. And then I couldn't breathe. Something like knocked the wind out of me, hit me from the back and knocked the wind out of me. And then that's when I felt like warm blood dripping on my back. He was trying to slow down, and I was like, no, we gotta keep going, because I was scared that the shooter was gonna be behind us and like keep shooting. Thank God there was a police car right in front of us. And so he honked at this police car, and they ran a red. So my boyfriend ran a red with them to get their attention. So he honked, and he got out the car with his hands up. So the police came out, and they both had their guns pointed right at him. So he had his hands up, and he was like, oh no, it was my girlfriend, she shot. And I'm in the car just like trying to breathe and hitting the side of the car so they can come and help me really fast. And the ambulance, firefighters, everyone was there. And a police officer came to the car, and he was like, oh my God. Like, he was so angry. Like, I can't believe another young girl got shot tonight. And they put me in the ambulance. And that's when she told me that my left lung was diminished. And it collapsed. And that's when I thought I was going to die. And I told her to tell my mom that I love her. And to tell my family that I love them. And to tell my boyfriend that I love him. It was really scary. While I was laying there, I heard my mother's voice scream my name. I even looked to my left and I said, Mom. And she wasn't there. I was in the ambulance. I'd like to think that was God disguising his voice. And there was just one person talking to me. And his name was Peter. And I was crying, and I was telling him that I was scared to die, that I didn't want to die. And he told me, no, honey, you're not going to die. And so my mom came in, and she had a look that like broke my heart, because you never want to see your mom that worried for you, that scared for you. And I think she was expecting to see like me like dead or something. Like, when I woke up, there were people around me crying and like super worried and praying. They were kissing my hands because they were the only things that they could touch, because I was connected to a whole bunch of things now. And the huge surgery, it's from like my sternum all the way down to like my pelvic area. And even one nurse kind of scared me. He came into my room one night and he told me that a lot of people who get shot in the back don't make it. And I was like, oh my gosh. But I made it. I'm very grateful to be alive, because this bullet didn't just go in my lower back, in my high back. This bullet was in my mid back. It hit my pericardium, which is the cavity that surrounds the heart. It made my lung collapse. It went through my diaphragm. It ruptured my spleen. I got my spleen removed during that surgery, and landed in my stomach. It was really hard, but it's something to think about, and it's something that happens every day, not just to me. I'm not a victim of this. I'm just a survivor. These things happen, and they can happen to someone very close to you, or it could be you, but I hope God doesn't do that to any of you. But this is why there needs to be change